Oh, all right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Queer Present Danger. My name is JB. I am one of your hosts. And yeah, it's storming.
Yeah, it is wonderfully terrible all around, everywhere lately.
I'm out here. It's this, if I still was a believer, I would be like, no, it's coming right now to get us. But, you know.
It's Jesus.
Anyway, it's Jesus Cristo.
They're coming. They're coming to get us.
You're coming to get it
because assigning some type of gender to a metaphysical being is weird.
Because of our wicked ways. Our wicked.
Just thought that was a necessary commentary there. Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Queer and Present Danger. As you can tell by this wonderful menagerie of bullshit that is flowing out of us, and yes, that was at 2 minutes, so who knows if they'll flag it, but I don't care. We're basically just gonna have a fun time talking about the random stuff that comes to our minds, because sure, there's enough chaos in the world. Why not join the Queer and Present Danger crew as we go, what? To pretty much everything that's going on in the world today. I'm one of your hosts. It's what we're gonna do. Hi everybody, I'm one of the hosts. I am Tichir Andreyok. I go by he/him pronouns, and I'm just here trying to make it through the day. Watches every single price point in the United States continues to climb because this administration has no freaking clue what they're doing. But I am joined. I am joined by my fellow co-leads, co-people, co-stuff. First, I guess let's toss it to JB. You look prepared.
Yeah, can we just talk for a second about how I did the intro and then Jake was like the way you did that intro?
No, I had a whole thing because I was talking through the middle of it and being all strange, so I decided to throw my own in.
I'm like, so you just go, like, your intro was not good enough, so we just gonna do it again.
None of our control is good enough. We are so professionals, it's amazing. So professional, such professionals. I'm ready for this.
Such wow. What? Hold on a second.
Such wow, much white.
There we go. I was like, what is happening with my thing? It was doing weird things, but we're good now. But yeah, no, like, I'm JD. I'm here. I don't have much today, but shit talking. So, and my arms are up. The sleeves are bullshit. And so, if you get a titty, I don't know what to tell you.
Hello, Mason. The three mustachiers. None of us can claim mustache amazement as much as Tyler. Tyler, you want to give yourself hello?
Mustaches. I was about to just compliment
I'm just doing the whole thing. I'm just running with it. I'm just okay, you have commentary. We already agreed on this. You're the one making jokes. I'm the one trying to keep us on track. That was the whole plan.
It's fine. I could just kept my game up.
Nope. Then I would never get you back. Sorry, Tyler. Tyler's there like these two.
Tyler's not on the same planet as us right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, Tyler, you want your intro? Go for it.
Hello, everyone. I am Tyler Thulin. That is my Instagram. And I'm also Tyler Thulin on the Clock app. And
why are you doing that?
I just said professionals. Oh, what?
I'm sitting here trying to get my intro.
I just registered it. As you all can tell, this is going to be just an unhinged episode for us tonight. We have a lot of random things that are moderately serious to cover, but we have zero drive to provide you with anything but the chaos of three queer men basically going, oh, this is life.
This evening is sponsored by
Oh,
Mood
God.
Brew.
No, they're not. That's not an official sponsor. Please don't sue us.
Sex rap. Wrap it up, y'all.
No, we're not. Why? Why is this a thing now? Sex rap and THC infused drinks. This sounds like a great
No,
opportunity.
this is not
for us.
THC.
That's
That
not
one
THC
isn't?
infused.
What is it?
No,
Mood brew? What does it do? What it have?
it does have terpenes in it
Oh,
because it has 0 alcohol.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is it good? I mean, I know we're now just
It's
having a discussion
zero-proof.
about a drink on a political podcast, but whatever.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And sometimes it's allowed we're allowed to have fun. And
Oh,
if you need to have
wait
fun,
a minute. Hold on.
There are two things.
Hold-
Hold on. I'm
Go-
doing a commercial now. Thank you. Hold on a second.
Go
You're
ahead.
gonna have
But
to
then
back
we're
up,
but
sir.
then we're gonna address what Mason said. Go ahead.
Yeah. Wait. Okay.
Yeah, that's why
Oh
I was
my God.
stopping you.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
damn.
why I was stopping you.
So
Mason.
Pause my commercial.
What?
What?
Yo,
Not at
you
the same
okay?
time.
Yeah, no, it literally echoed in my ear. Mason, we're gonna have a conversation with you. For those that can't read chat, Mason, I'm in such an unhinged mood. My car got totaled by a semi truck since last we talked. What the hell happened? You okay?
Right. They better have got paid. That's all I'm saying. You better get some money.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What happened?
Well, we can't wait for him to talk. But while we're waiting for him,
Yeah,
I'm
do-
going
do-
to
he's
do my
gotta type.
commercial that I'm
Do
excited
your
about.
commercial, then we'll
we're typing.
wait for Mason to let us know what the
I
happened.
wasn't even finished with my.
Yeah,
I wasn't
no.
even finished with my intro.
It wasn't your intro. That was your outro. That was the whole point.
What?
You
I'm
tell
so
people where they can
confused.
find you at the end of the show, not the beginning of the show.
This is just the hi, I'm this person part of
This
the
is
show.
the title.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Either way,
we
if you
do
want to
both.
have a fun time, get yourself some Mood Brew. Now is when you pick it up.
There. Yep, we've got the timing down. There we go.
Some Mood Brew and some sex rap.
Sounds like a wonderful evening. If we ever get
And-
sponsored, it'll be amazing to explain this episode. But
And if you love what you're seeing, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe so you can know exactly when we're on.
If you
that was the moment.
like unhinged
That was the
behavior,
moment.
You can also find us on Patreon.
Let's tackle me. Other ladies had to change lanes and drive. I dropped out of the car. At some point, I was watching him over his grill while he pushed my car for a while. I yelled, "Keep going! I'm almost home." Jesus.
Jesus.
This is the kind of show we're gonna have today, y'all. This is just the kind of show we're gonna have.
Mason, I hope everything's okay. That it sucks that you didn't get enough money out of your car as you needed. It sounds like you could probably politely ask that individual and his trucking company to help you. But either way, just happy to hear you're all right. If we didn't hear from you for
Yeah,
some
no kidding.
reason, we'd all be very upset.
And worried.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would cry real tears.
Yeah. No. And for those that don't know, if you do join us and you do become part of our QPD little family, we'll randomly make sure that we address and talk to you because we care. We care about people, unlike the entire administration.
Speaking of the administration,
That's where I was going to jump into my thing. Thanks, Jamie, for picking up on the note. Because we do have stuff that we wanted to cover. It is unhinged. We are just going to have kind of a freewheeling time with it, but we do have some stuff that we wanted. I specifically am very hot about this thing. I had a discussion earlier with JB. Our first topic of the evening is the Southern Poverty Law Center and the administration bringing in yeah, I get that Mason, but it's the Southern Poverty Law Center and the administration bringing a charges against them for funding groups like the KKK. What? It's the Southern Poverty Law Center. So, in the indictment, in the grand jury pushing it through, which I'm really hoping this goes absolutely nowhere, but the grand jury did indict them on basically the claim that they gave $3 million over the course of multiple years, for those that don't know the story, over the course of multiple years to about 8 different individuals who they claim were basically giving money for them to do things, didn't define any of that, and are claiming that they used the money that basically they were funding white supremacist organizations through those funds to what they even stated were informants. Now, multiple things are going to be stated here on my opinion about this. I don't have any access to any of the indictment information as well as any of the financial records, blah, 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 blah. One thing that is very easily already done, can easily be stated, the U.S. government has just pushed back the fight against white supremacist groups by possibly decades. Because, number one, this indictment full-on states that the Southern Poverty Law Center has informants in multiple white supremacist organizations. Those organizations will now close ranks and tighten up. They might even have endangered every one of those informants because those groups will be seeking any and all information that they can on people who just happen to have extra money provided to the group over the last however many years. As they find that out, they will probably retaliate against these people, but they will absolutely close their ranks and prevent any information being found out about groups that very much cause and wish to cause more, especially being so empowered by this administration, problems for literally everyone who is not a white evangelical Christian. So, no matter what the outcome of this case is, because, and I said this to JB, and it's my one thing, is if the Southern Poverty Law Center handed out $3 million and basically said, yeah, go fuck up people because we need to drum up support, then fuck the Southern Poverty Law Center. However, I will not hold that in any regard until it is proven that they gave them money to do acts like that. What is most likely the case is that they paid informants to gather information for them because that's what informants want. They want money. They want security. They want guarantees that they will not go to jail for actions that occur by providing information for those groups to act against whatever they're informing about or whoever they're trying to get information about. The only thing that holds true for this entire thing, and will, even if the Southern Poverty Law Center is found guilty for any of this stuff, is the U.S. government has created an environment where some of the most extreme and hateful groups in the United States will now close ranks, dig out informants and people who don't fully support and back their opinions, and it will push back the idea of how much information we're able to gather about them for decades. You've helped white supremacist groups, Donald Trump's administration, in ways that I cannot begin to describe, and that won't change based upon this indictment. All it's really doing is freeing them up to act out more. Anybody else have opinions about that?
I do. I think that, like we talked about earlier today, all this does is put those people who were on the front lines trying to, uncover all of these things and uncover the what was going on in these white supremacist groups. It put them in danger. And that was the point. I put nothing past this administration. Like, they're all dumb. They're the dumbest dumbs who've ever dumbed. Mm-hmm. It's one of those things where, like, you look at what the pedigree of the Southern Poverty Law Center has, and then you turn around and this is what our administration does. On top of everything else we have today, Like, it's just this is blatant fucking corruption and shenanigans and foolishness, and my titty's not being shown right now, so I feel better. I'm trying to find a way to make things happy.
Yeah. It's
So,
yeah.
is there a Northern Poverty Law Center?
Jesus.
This is what we're providing this evening. This is the exact track that we're on, and I'd say it's fine. It's fine. I'm unaware of one, Tyler. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with other stuff.
I'm gonna look and see if there is a Northern Poverty Law Center because I have Google's right in front of me.
There you go.
I'm just curious because, like, you know.
Yeah, it's just information. We're just
If
always.
If there's only one law center, or one poverty law center, then why don't they just call it Poverty Law Center? Why
There
it
is, in fact, not a Northern Poverty Law Center. The reason that it's called the Southern Poverty Law Center is because it's based in Alabama.
Yep. Mason, you're not wrong. You are wrong for that, but you're not wrong. all four Cleveland people who've ever watched our show no longer watch it.
The Northern Poverty Law Center is the Cleveland Browns.
Not wrong.
Deep is the week.
Yeah, not wrong. But
not wrong.
That
not
also,
right, but it's okay.
That also leads into my point that doing this essentially opens up the same idea for any FBI agent, any police union, any state government that has paid informants on groups that they're watching. Whether those are left or right wing, I don't care. Because what it really boils down to is those people have invested money in informants and putting people into informant positions, getting them into positions where they're able to work their way up through the different levels. And it kind of just boils down to, if we can sue a group that has been a civil rights activist group for the last 50 years, whatever the hell they've been, why can't we sue the U.S. government over basically funding narcotics, sex trafficking, whatever other things they're involved in? Because that's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. You can't convince me otherwise. I dare anybody to try to find a difference between the two.
Do you want to know how unhinged I am today? This is just a side note.
Yeah.
When you said what you just said, the first thought that came to my head is, well, damn, if you can't find me about a note text, what can you find?
Well, that was a great show. It's just one of those things of, it makes no sense to me, you know.
I'm gonna get yelled at later. I'm gonna get yelled at later. Oh, did anybody? I'm assuming that because Mason didn't say that tape can be heard. Or this is way far outside of what needs to be done today.
What just happened?
What was it? I missed it.
You did something.
I did something?
Mm-hmm.
It's back.
You're back now. It's fine.
Oh, that was weird. I actually don't know why I did that. I just saw it on the screen. I pulled it back up to try to figure out what that was. I don't know what that did.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the Southern Poverty Law Center stuff. Indictment. It's bullshit. I have a feeling that so this is what I've been thinking about, and I'm this can kind of pull us into Cash Patel because that's the next place I want to go to.
Oh yeah, you set that up earlier with how idiotic some of these people are. So keep going.
Yeah. Is that a lot of these indictments and things that are coming down the pipeline, they know they're not going anywhere. they know this is all for the spectacle. It's for the lols, it's for the memes, it's for the gram. They're doing it for the vine. But like at the end of the day, they're not really planning on doing anything with this. This is their flood the zone. Like if
Oh
we
yeah.
get them people so frustrated and upset and all of that, then they can't see the market. They will pay attention to the market manipulation. They won't pay attention to the fact that the Epstein files have been released. They won't pay attention to the fact that Donald Trump is rapidly losing his mind, and the dementia holes are eating his body, and he's literally a walking corpse.
Yeah.
And Weekend at Bernie's style being piloted around by Jared Kushner and Pete Hegseth, who's also drunk. So like all of those things.
Yeah. It's one of those
But
things that if they can continue to throw out all of these things that are just distractions and things like, I mean, even the Iran war, people are like, they're doing this because it's a great way to prevent people from asking where those files are at.
yeah,
So before we get to Kash Patel, I wanted to throw out the other one that I had, which was the DOJ's internal watchdog has decided that they're going to investigate the handling of the Epstein files. The DOJ, that's controlled by people who flat out lied multiple times about what was in the Epstein files, the availability of those, and have prevented them from being released, is going to investigate itself on whether they handled it correctly. Hands in the room for who thinks this is going to be nope, they did okay.
so what you're telling me is no, I won't put my hands up. I won't do it. Because what you're telling me, and I just want to make sure that I'm clear on this, it's much like police departments who do shootings of unarmed black folks all across this country that do internal investigations. They're going to investigate themselves and find that they did no wrongdoing, and everything's fine, nothing to see here. And
Moving right along, people.
I simply don't have to do it.
Yeah, and that is the DOJ that was run by an absolute lunatic, and a FBI that is also being run by an absolute wreck of a person. Kash Patel is... First off, if he was here and if he was watching us on a 65-inch screen, he could see all three of us, even if he doesn't have to look at one particular screen per time, because his eyes are looking in multiple ways.
First of all, that's meaning we don't do that here.
That man's eyes are out far enough that he can do 280-degree vision. He sees behind him.
We're not doing that here.
I reserve the right to make a comment about Kash Patel being crazy.
He's crazy. We could talk about the fact that he's drunk.
Yeah.
We can talk about the fact that he's stupid. We can talk about the fact that he's incompetent. We can talk about all of those things. Okay, we can talk about whatever we want to. I don't care. I'm just talking shit.
I was sitting here going like, are you going to get to whatever this point is? Because I feel like this is just you trying to call me out about that. And for people who have vision issues, fully fine. I will absolutely make fun of a piece of shit for anything I feel like. And that man having a SWAT team tactic break into his office because he was too drunk to get up from his desk. That's multiple reports. That's not hearsay. That's not whatever. Yeah,
allegedly,
multiple reports. They'll never admit it. Yeah, they'll never admit one way or the other. But according to multiple reports, allegedly, they had to break into his office to get to the man because allegedly he was so drunk and so incompetent that he just fell asleep behind his desk. The man in charge of the FBI.
And we was worried about Pete Hegseth. Who knew Kash Patel was the one we had to worry about?
I mean, we should.
That makes me wonder.
Hockey game.
That really makes me wonder if he had soiled himself yet.
He's just following in the president's footsteps. It's fine.
I bet that whole office stank.
Everybody has shoes. Everybody's being asked to wear diapers. I'm sure it's a normal thing.
I'm sure it smells. No, I'm not gonna say.
Nope.
Don't do it.
Nope.
There's a line, and you were about to cross it. I saw it.
We're keeping this fun and light. Let's not make this a what that room smell like.
we listen. I won't. We won't be Laura Lou right here. I won't stand for it.
No.
I'm sure it smells like.
Poop. It smells like poop.
No, it smells like that place that your Aunt Betty pays to stay at.
Oh, the Ford Clinic.
I'm gonna say this, Mason. This is why we love you so much. J. Edgar Hoover is rolling around in his grave, in stilettos and crotchless panties, but rolling around nonetheless. Not wrong.
Not wrong. I don't see the lie. There's no lie told.
There's a reason his last name was Hoover.
and much like the Russians and the Israeli government today, he had to have enough information so people wouldn't come after him.
Wait a black ass minute.
Yeah, he preferred him to come before him.
Yep.
And sometimes beside him.
Or inside him.
Also possible. Also very possible.
That's where I like it.
Especially Jesus.
That's where I like it.
This is one of those points of like this whole group is just the most incompetent, the most ill-trained, ill-advised government that I think I would love to say we've ever had, but there's been quite a few just shit show things.
They ain't been this
over
bad.
the course
Yeah, like that one administration before the last one. Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
they were terrible,
that's right.
too.
The administration 2 administrations ago, not last one, the one before that. Yeah, I think you're
Yeah.
right. That one probably.
Yeah, I don't remember that guy's name.
Close.
I don't remember that guy's name. I know he like bankrupted a bunch of farms and like.
Yeah, bankrupted a bunch of farms. Put in through a whole bunch of acts that basically gave billionaires money. I forget his name.
Yeah, like watch the whole COVID thing. Like it was.
Something about bleach inside of people's veins.
Yeah, like putting bleach inside people and like lights. I don't know something. It was, I don't know. We don't talk about.
And there was it was so hard to know like who was going to be in charge of what because the staffers, or not staffers, but the cabinet was like a revolving door.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I bet that cabinet, that door saw more action than the Bellagio Hotel.
Yep. I mean, it's one of those things that they're already starting to get back to it. I mean, there's been numerous firings, especially in the military, because nothing speaks like a qualified military other than a bunch of sycophants.
Speaking of, wait, before we go any further, because you mentioned the military, and it just made me think of this before.
Okay.
And I'm just going to make a blanket statement, and we can just go ahead and say, Pete Hegseth is dumb shit.
Yep.
Did y'all see that he quoted Pulp Fiction, a big Bible verse from Pulp Fiction?
Yes! Because he thought it was in the Bible.
Yep.
But it was a fucking line in the movie.
Pathetic.
This is the most, first of all, I hate when people use the term unserious, because unserious came from black folks, and, people have just co-opted it like they co-opt everything. But I'm going to say it now. This is the most unserious administration we've ever had in our entire life, and I don't understand how we got here.
Yep.
Like, you literally can't take anything that they say, we used to be like, be able to listen to the president and the cabinet and be like, these people are competent. These people know what they're talking about. I may disagree with them on policy, but at least I know that they can conjugate a fucking verb. At least I know that they know how to do long division.
There were numerous people on the right who absolutely hated the policies and stuff that Pete Buttigieg was doing, but you cannot tell me, you cannot convince me that Buttigieg did not have the best plans and things that he could develop for what he was trying to do, and not only that, his ability to communicate those and even shut down false narratives that were being thrown at him left and right.
Who's a great communicator? We don't that would be the thing. It would be, here's the thing, and thank God that they don't have this. But if they had an actual good communicator, we would really be in trouble.
Yep.
But everybody from the rudder to the tutter, and incompetent and ignorant and dumb and stupid, and they the basic, the fact that they're breathing on their own without assistance is a win for the country right now.
I do believe that, Mason, because people look back and after they got out of their political mindsets for a minute and actually paid any attention to what Buttigieg was actually talking about, everyone was like, you present a very compelling argument. Yeah, he did. Because he came with facts.
Still a homosexual.
They can have their fucking problem with that. We will always have pieces of shit that think that that's somehow the only thing you can judge somebody by when they learn about it. But people did and do look back and go, Buttigieg made good arguments because he came with facts and he knew how to communicate them. Even if the administration had somebody who was a good communicator, well versed in describing things, the number of facts that would counter all of their statements by a decent communicator, not even a great communicator, would at least keep people better informed. The right would still jump down on their knees ready to receive, but they on there on Grindr.
Hear you say that again.
They on there on Grindr. I ain't wrong.
Speaking of, this is just also a side note talking to Pete Buttigieg. This is what I'm going to be doing today. It's just side all day long. We actually saw someone in Texas this weekend who looked like a little gay Pete Buttigieg.
Oh my God. I didn't see it at first. The moment it was mentioned, we elevator door open, and this one stands there and goes, if anyone ever told you you look like Pete Buttigieg? And this person from Australia who knows about Pete Buttigieg literally looked over and went, no. Oh my gosh. Oh. Meanwhile, this poor 5'0" person just looked at us with this
little baby gay.
I don't know if this
I was like,
was
you know
rude.
who that is? I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Just gave us this gave us this look of I don't know if I should be offended. You shouldn't. It's fine. We're calling
It's
you.
fine. I mean, I don't think Pete Buttigieg is the sexiest man on the planet, but he's at least smart and knows things. So there's that.
He was apparently in Tulsa just this past weekend.
Ooh. What?
Oh, God.
The joke that just came into my mind that I did not say out loud should be, I need a gold star.
I don't believe I saw him on any of the apps. But yeah, he was. He had a speaking engagement at Will Rogers High School.
Nice.
That's cool.
I'm just gonna say it again. This camera, I don't know if it's the lighting or the camera today, but I look cute.
You do.
And that's it's rare for me to say that.
I look sunburned.
Yeah, we're have to fix your red violence. That's all.
It's fine. It's the only color that actually, looks like I have color. Otherwise, it's just white and reflecting that light.
wasn't Tulsa. It wasn't. It wasn't Tulsa salad. That's a good one though, Mason. That's a good one. Was it Tulsa salad?
Nice.
I don't like Tulsa salad.
Random good news in the middle of this sandwich of stupidity. Orban's out. I mean, for those that
Listen,
care or pay attention to world politics, Orban being gone is a beautiful thing.
baby, when I tell you everything that JD Vance touches dies, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They sent JD Vance over there like he was going to do something, and then people said, "If you gonna get your couch fucking ass over somewhere else."
Literally everywhere he goes, it's just a mess. Just a
You know,
mess.
I'll take yo.
Oh yeah,
Yo,
and the new Hungarian prime minister.
fine, okay, finer than frog's hair.
You two are ridiculous.
That's one of them Southern sayings. Y'all don't know about that. Speaking of Southern sayings, because I'm gonna move this whole thing, this train going. I have to talk about the thing that I'm the most excited about. Listen, I don't get very often to talk good about my home state. I don't often get to give them love and say, good job. But Virginia,
Mm-hmm.
thank you so much for doing what you needed to do. You know, and it's so funny to listen. So if you don't know, Virginia approved their redistricting maps, which essentially gave the Republic, it's like 10-1 split now to the Democrats, with the idea, and they said this is literally in response to Donald Trump saying that he got Texas to do 5 seats, to move 5 seats for the Republicans, Missouri to move 1 seat, including the seat for the district in which I live, to go to the Republicans. He tried to get Utah to do it. He tried to get Indiana to do it. And they were, and Indiana and Utah were like, well, Utah, the judge was like, this isn't going to work. But Indiana was like, get somebody else to do it. And I'm so glad that my home state has finally shown us that, listen, we out here and we not playing these games.
Mm-hmm.
And watching the Republicans freak out, especially like Republican commentaries, to be like, this is evil. How would they do this? But like, you know, the Democrats are so terrible. Bitch, they are doing this because your president, the guy that you said that your guy said that this is what they were going to do. The problem is that your people are incompetent. And we, finally, for the first time in my adult life, have a plan. And some backbone.
Yep. And it's nice to know that it wasn't just Virginia, it was also California that put it through as well, and their response to try to push it as much as it can be back the other way. Now, midterms are going to be crazy because the state of this country is basically a, what the hell are the Republicans doing? Even people, like almost every independent, I think it's like 80-something% of independents are pissed. Even a decent number of Republicans are like, yeah, no. As, how did that one lady put it, who'd voted for Trump 3 times? He's a piece of shit, I think is literally what... Oh. I don't know what he did. Tyler, you're JB now. I hope that wasn't a weather-related problem. For those that don't know, all 3 of us live in like the Midwest area, and there's a lot of storms going through. So we're gonna go with technical difficulties for JB. Yeah, not the JB that's currently in the JB box. The other JB. I'm gonna drag you down though, and I'm gonna adjust this. So anyone who's watching, just shut up. I'm working on things. There we go. You're back to where you need to be.
All right, y'all, moving gaily forward.
Yep, because that's what we do. We look at it and we go, what just happened? And then we move on.
So, on the topic of what the hell are the Republicans doing, we currently in Oklahoma have, I believe, 4 that are all competing for gubernatorial.
Oh, wait, hold on just a second. It looks almost like it froze on my adjustment. What happened? Oh, that's because Zoom is doing something weird. Sorry, everybody, about that. I think now we should be back in order. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Had some technical difficulties trying to correct that thing with JB, but go right ahead, Tyler.
So yeah, we have our governor election coming up. And there are 4 Republicans that are throwing their hat in the ring. And 1 Democrat. And yeah, she's amazing. Cindy Munson.
Oh, yeah, Tyler. You're like stop motion right now.
I see that.
I'm not really sure what's causing that because you're fluid and then you're not.
I don't know because I don't look stop motion.
I am doing just fine. Yeah, you look fine now. I don't know what else was going on. Look who's returned.
Can y'all hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Welcome back.
But you were saying, Tyler, governor?
Yeah. Cindy Munson. She is amazing. I've watched a lot of her. I've been following her for a good 6 months to a year. Yeah, I didn't know she was running for governor. But she's probably she is the best choice.
That's awesome.
That's nice. I just want y'all to know that what happened was I heard everything that you guys were saying. It wasn't of the things. It was that I knocked something out, so I had to get down on my knees.
Oh.
Yay. Don't worry, that's on the Patreon. Yeah, so welcome back, JB, and I'm happy that there is opportunities. I really hope that people get out of their own shells that are, the echo chambers that exist in politics now, and will recognize a good governor option whenever it presents itself. We'll see. Yeah. It's Oklahoma. It's kind of like Missouri when it comes to a lot of stuff around here. I only got so much that I can hope for without feeling like I'm just trying to hold up a house.
But at least Virginia made me proud. I don't know about y'all states, but my state's doing great.
Republicans feel free to add as many of yourselves to the pool at the same time.
Dilute the hell out of it.
Feel free.
You
want 20 Republicans running for mayor? Go right ahead.
Governor?
Go right ahead. Mayor, governor.
Oh, gotcha. All of them.
Whatever.
Comptroller, dog catcher.
Oh, yeah.
And y'all don't even need a primary. Just
jump
run
right
them all.
in. Just everyone do it as an independent.
Just everyone. Just right into the pool.
Yep. Another state, though, and this is one that I wanted to touch base on, that absolutely surprised the shit out of me, though. Nebraska.
Oh, yeah.
Nebraska managed to beat and refuse every single anti-trans bill that was brought up in the state. You know why? One Republican. One Republican who basically, and I think there's even a recording of him saying this, basically going, I didn't join this body to do this. I joined it to help my constituents, all of them. So I don't know why the only thing anybody wants to talk about is this, but no, I don't. Get rid of all this crap. This doesn't help anybody. You're talking about less than 1% of all Nebraskans. How about we talk about stuff for the other 99.9%? And that's, I don't remember, I'm paraphrasing the heck out of it, but I remember it was something along those lines, and I just went, huh, you sure you're Republican? They don't believe in that.
That don't mean you come over here and play with us either.
No, it means run an independent, be your own thing. But I'm happy that somebody has the gumption to actually, go into politics with a set goal in mind and not get dragged into the political quagmire of a party's specific politics. Mm-hmm. It's rare, very rare, and it's one of those things that if people paid more attention to what people actually believe, I feel like the more educated they were about the actual politics of each individual person, it would make a bigger difference about how people feel about anybody.
Yeah.
I don't trust none of them.
So what else is on our list of things?
What else we got on our list? Because I'm not trying to be up all night. I'm going to keep it real with y'all.
No, yeah. So the only other things that we had was there is a deal there. I don't know any of the details, and was curious if either of you did. That a deal is being made in the Senate. It's coming to its final stages to finally restart and reopen DHS. Have you heard anything about it?
I forgot they was closed.
It's almost like you don't need them.
I forgot they was closed. So, Mason, I want to talk about this for a second. Thank you for bringing this up about the stock market. I don't believe that the stock market is doing as well as it looks like it's doing. I think this is being goosed. Quite frankly, I think.
Well, the BBC has even said that.
Uh-huh.
That's just.
Well, I was gonna say there's notes that say that they pay attention to Trump's tweets because investors react to the tweets, not actually what the economy's doing, and they're writing it up until something goes wrong, and then they do a big sell on Monday, and then they write it back up on Friday right before close, and then let it tumble back down 3,000, 4,000 points. They're literally seesawing it based upon how Trump states things, and Trump absolutely knows that he's doing this because he can't not know that he's doing it when he has billionaires on his cabinet. Billionaires. And with so little restrictions on how people can invest in the stock market when they have insider information, yeah, I guess they can kind of just keep doing this for the next 3 years because no one seems to actually be wanting to put anything through. And one of the ones that absolutely kills me that I'm not giving him credit for this because he's definitely not the first one who did it, but I've even forgotten his name. Don't really care about his name. It's kind of a piece of crap. Mr. January 6th, throw a fist in the air, but then run like little bitch boy.
Oh, Josh Hawley?
Hawley, that's it.
Gay face?
Yeah.
Ed Stimulus?
As an unexpected stimulus.
Oh.
He's talking about the tariffs that are set to restart here, or are restarting here, the tariff refunds. You have billions from last year that will flow back to companies from the tariffs after the court ruling. Will those companies give the U.S. the money back they charged us so that can act as an unexpected stimulus? No.
Also, speaking of the tariff refunds, did y'all see that this is just a side note? It's political adjacent. Did y'all see that they're trying to put a class action lawsuit against Nintendo?
For what?
because Nintendo raised their prices
Oh
for
yeah.
the Switch 2 because of the tariffs, and now they're getting that money back, and they ain't talking about giving no refunds.
Yeah.
And listen, the people is like, can we have our money back, please?
Yeah. So you just keeping that extra money? That reinforces the point that I just made. I made it as an offhand thing. I don't expect it to be given back. I expect every one of those companies to keep the money that they charged people to make up for the tariffs and not come even down all the way back to where it was pre-tariff. Because everyone's already been buying the things at tariff prices, why reduce those prices all the way? Why not keep out of that extra dollar that you were charging people? Why not keep 30 cents on top of where you were before? Because
People will pay it.
people will pay it. And that class action lawsuit, they won't win.
I know, but
they might settle if it goes through. They might settle, but nowhere near what they made off of those sales.
if they run me my listen, if they can run me my monies, I'm good with that. But I'm not worried about it.
Well,
I still like my Nintendo.
There may be class action lawsuits over it, but in regards to most companies, even if they settle out of court about whatever, they're not going to give back all of the money that they tariffed, and it would be a stupid move on their part. Do I think it's bullshit that people paid more whenever the tariffs were illegal to begin with? Yeah. But you still went out and bought it. Free market economy, you still went out and bought it.
Because the Nintendo Switch 2 was needed in my life.
I'm not denying that point. I'm making the point that in a free market economy, trying to convince people that they somehow owed you a refund because that company got a refund won't happen unless there's some grounding in international business that I don't understand, which I'm not an international business major. But from a practical standpoint, we pay more for stuff every fucking year after COVID, and it never came back down because they made money. Why am I going to say anything other than, well, the logistics stuff because the Strait of Hormuz is the current problem? You bring stuff from Mexico. How are you getting through the Strait of Hormuz?
Speaking of, Speaking of the Strait of Hormuz, I don't believe in anything straight. So,
Have you seen the Strait of Hormuz?
I know it's real
That
curvy.
bitch curvy as a fucking rainbow.
And all I'm saying is it open? Is it closed? Is it open? Is it closed? It don't matter to me. It don't make me no never mind. It don't make me no bit of difference. Like at this point, we all know that war was unjustified. We know why he went to that war. Like as far as I'm concerned, close that bitch down. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is.
Oh no, yeah, Mason. So, them filing to get a refund on a $450,000 thing, that'll get pulled back out of our economy. It's getting pulled out of the federal government's income, if you want to call it that, for all of this. But it's not going to help the economy as a whole. That business is going to pocket that money and invest it in something else for themselves, or just pay their CEOs like, hey, we managed to get it back. You want an extra $100,000? They're not going to give it to the average person. They're not going to reinvest it into the economy in any way that will be beneficial to the economy as a whole. They're going to use it as profit margins to make sure that they made money and are able to stay open for the next 10 years, even if they have a losing thing. If they lose $60,000 a year, they have 8 years of free ride from that $450,000 they're going to get back. Because they already committed to that loss, but now they get the money back for it. That's free money. There's no way they're going to want to give that back out to people in general. The tariffs are never going to be something that Americans see on an everyday basis. Business owners who had to deal with it, especially small business owners, it'll help them. But I don't think anybody who works at those small businesses are going to see a big improvement in their stuff there.
They should. It should be.
Oh, yeah, no, okay. I see where you went with it. Those are going to. So yes, that is a valid point. For their next earnings call, for all of these companies that did it, for especially big businesses like Dow, they're going to absolutely say, well, we had an unexpected surplus of $8 million. Where did that come from? Tariffs. We got our money back. That'll make their margins look great, which will drive the Dow up, which will make people think the economy's doing great. But I'm still going to have to pay almost $4 for a fucking bottle or jug of milk. That's not going to change because they're not going to lower that down because now those profits, they've built them in. They want those profits. There's no big company that is ever going to try to cut down and go slower on that.
No, because because the whole purpose of capitalism is to make as much money as you possibly can in the shortest amount of time as you possibly can, while spending the least amount of money as you possibly can. And my titty just keeps coming out, and I need to understand why.
Stage capitalism. In stage capitalism. It's make as much money as you can before the machine explodes. And the only way that people can get anything back, everyday people, will be class action lawsuits. And I fully say go for it. You'll make back, if you spent an extra $100 on your Switch 2, you'll make back $12. $12 you didn't have before, but they aren't going to settle. They aren't going to give back every dollar of that $100. That's the unfortunate truth about capitalism and the way that it functions. Is businesses are going to grab a hold of it and hold on to it. So join as many class actions as you can. Get a couple bucks. Might make up a little bit of a thing. JB's Janet Jackson Super Bowl moment.
Yeah, my titty was just out.
But
no.
To finish us off and get a nice fun moment. Everybody remember that Trump Jesus moment?
Where he was reading about
Where he was praying
the
over,
one where
over
Jesus
Jon
came back
Stewart?
behind him and sucker punched him didn't sucker punch him,
But he
punched
was
him
a doctor?
in the face and knocked him into hell.
Yeah.
That one.
This is why I say that man is dying before our very eyes. That man is literally going into a full, he is reverting to a toddler before our very eyes, and we are all watching it happen in real time. He
didn't have that much far to revert.
He's already in a diaper.
And the thing
He
is,
already has the mental capacity of a toddler. So.
he thinks, and the thing about it that's crazy is he thinks we're as stupid as he is.
Yep. That was a strong laugh. That was a loud laugh. It's fine. I don't care. That was good, Mason. And as I've worked through a lot of deconstruction of my own faith, valid. But Trump is Jesus if you think about it. Fake. Fantastic. No, I mean that, and then his response whenever somebody asked about it, it's like, no, I thought I was a doctor. You
ain't think you was a doctor, you dummy.
But you know for a fact that his handlers all said, you know what you should say is that it was a doctored image. I was a doctor. Oh God.
And then he arguing with the Pope.
And that's where I was going to go with the finish.
How are you arguing with the Pope?
Argued with the Pope, and then let me find it. Go ahead, keep going. I got to find something.
And then J.D. Vance, the man who ruins everything, talk about maybe you should stay out of politics. And what? J.D. Vance, why don't you stay out of politics? Why don't you do that?
Vance believed the Vatican should focus on internal church morality while the administration handles public policy. And then I really want to find the actual statement. I have a lot of respect for the Pope. I like him. I got payment walled by the news thing that popped up.
Not the Pope.
Vance argued the Pope, who has said Jesus is never on the side of those who once wielded the sword and today drop bombs. And then He said Pope was failing to take into account conflicts such as World War II. Was God on the side of the Americans who liberated France from the Nazis? Was God on the side of the Americans who liberated Holocaust camps and liberated those innocent people, those who had survived the Holocaust? I certainly think the answer is yes. He said he likes it when the Pope weighs in on issues such as abortion, immigration, or matters of war and peace, but that he sometimes disagrees with them. Now, we can, of course, have disagreements about whether this or that conflict is just, but I think in the way that it's important for the Vice President of the United States to be careful when I talk about matters of public policy, I think it is very, very important for the Pope to be careful when he talks about matters of theology. I'm sorry. What?
I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna stop talking for a while. Because shut up. Just shut up.
You just tried to tell the Pope that he shouldn't talk about theology.
And where I come from.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Where I grew up, there we have a saying, and this is an old Negro saying. I just want y'all to know. You may have heard it before. It's a hit dog will holler. You know what I'm saying? A hit dog will in fact holler. And we noticed that the Pope never said anything about the United States. He just said what he said.
Yeah.
And that dog hollered. So maybe you need to figure out why that hurt you. And figure out, like, because we don't have shut up. Yeah. Sometimes it's best to just say nothing. If you didn't say anything, then we wouldn't have a response. You dummy.
Yep. And just everything that he touches just goes up in smoke for this administration. So you know what? The thing I hope for the most, and I'll finish up our time with this, I really, really hope that J.D. Vance goes and stomps in every single Senate race that's close. He goes and tries to help in every single Senate race that's close.
Because everything he touches dies. And guys, that's our show. Yep. Because I'm tired.
Yeah.
Because I've had a very long day and I'm tired.
Yeah.
Hence why you got this today.
Yeah. Got another day tomorrow. Got all of the crap that keeps continuing to go on. But we appreciate anyone who stopped in and watched anything with us tonight. We really appreciate you, Mason. Glad to hear that you're okay. And love the commentary every single time. The Pope from my hood, don't mess with the Pope. I grew up 5 miles from the Pope. He's just a bit older than I am. You both shopped at the mall they destroyed, the Blues Brothers? I believe it. That's amazing. And yeah, you believe in the place where you're from. See the good when you can. Call out the bad when you have to. And you should. And just keep trying every day to work towards something positive. It's all we can ask for, because that's what it boils down to. Be there for each other. Everybody has flaws, everybody has problems, but there's no reason we can't all work for a better place for everyone. No limitations, no judgment, everyone. Although I will judge the shit out of J.D. Vance. Tyler, you got anything?
Yeah, I already gave my
intro,
Instagram, and my TikTok.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm also Dynamite Dude 1111 on that's my new game handle that I'm using. So you can find me on Twitch.
Yep. Sorry, I just read the keep on trucking from Mason. Mason, you shouldn't be talking about trucks right now. They kept on trucking with you.
Too soon, bro. Too soon.
But yeah, I'm sure JB will swing back in and he'll finish it off and say bye to everybody. But I'm happy that we got back in. Got a thing for this one. We'll try to see everybody in another 2 weeks, as long as none of us blow away with these storms blowing through. It's been kind of crazy, but keep your eyes up and ears open for all of the stuff that's out there. Never believe anything the administration's trying to feed you. The Strait of Hormuz is closed. JD Vance has no idea what he's talking about, no idea how to communicate his way out of a paper bag. In general, we're just going to do our best to survive. Lord help the midterms come quick, and may they be a vast and beautiful wave. I think we're not going to get JB back in time, so I'm going to kind of wrap it up. But thank you all for joining us. Another wonderfully unhinged episode from us. We're professionals. It happens. But we make
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you, Tyler. That's what I was going to finish with. If you like it, please come back, like the stream, subscribe, comment, leave anything you guys would want us to talk about that you think we're missing. We always try to check them out and make sure we know what's going on in the world, but we miss stuff. We're human. We do our best. But yeah, I've vamped enough, given him a chance. We're going to call it. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Anyone who is watching it. Mason, we will hopefully see you in 2 weeks, not attached to a truck. Have a good night, everybody.
Yes.
Bye.